Fantasy fanfiction. Pokemon. God-level card drawing, starting champion Riolu. Chapter 1. Dragon Kingdom, Star City, Pokemon Experimental Middle School, Pokemon Class 1, a senior in high school. Dear classmates, during the third year of high school, I know it's hard for everyone to learn Pokemon knowledge while studying general cultural classes, but today is the day when everyone goes to Earl Dervish's forest to capture Pokemon. I won't say any more. I just hope everyone can capture the Earl Dervish Pokemon that you are satisfied with. On the podium, the head teacher, Lu Feng, finished this sentence with some seriousness. Look at these students in Pokemon Class 1. Lu Feng was filled with emotions, it was another class of graduates. But when Lu Feng cast his eyes on the young man sitting by the window in the back row, his eyes were full of expectation. If he had to choose one student among this class of graduates who made him most gratified, it would be Xu Jing. In the first class of the third grade of Pokemon Experimental Middle School. A legendary student who rose from the bottom of the class to become the top student. Now I announce the names of the students who won the school's trainer scholarship this semester. Lu Feng wears gold-rimmed glasses and has a habitual movement. Every time I announce something, I push up my glasses. This time is no exception. Hear the name of the trainer scholarship. The students who had been whispering among themselves suddenly sat upright. He only expected to hear his name spoken from Lu Feng's mouth. The places for the third-level trainer scholarships are Zhao Jing, Han Ning, and Ning Ju. Second-level trainer scholarship quota, Sun Dao, Xu Yi. First-level trainer scholarship, Tan Yan. Special trainer scholarship, Xu Jing. After reading the names, Lu Feng smiled and looked at the students whose names he read, and took the lead in clapping his hands. Everyone applauded. There was a round of applause in the classroom. Envyful voices sounded from all over the classroom. Alas, I didn't make a comment this time. Although I had already guessed it, There is no way. This thing is decided by Star City Alliance based on the comprehensive scores of the Pokemon Knowledge Test and Actual Combat Command. If the score is not as good as others, there will be no quota. I participate every year and fail to pass the evaluation every year. It is too normal. The third-level trainer scholarship is 5,000, the second-level trainer scholarship is 10,000, the first-level trainer scholarship is 20,000, and the special trainer scholarship is 50,000. As expected, the special trainer scholarship is still Xu Jing this year. The monitor is as fierce as ever. I really admire her. I have won the special scholarship for 3 consecutive years, but the overall performance of the monitor is really awesome. I cannot accept it. There are 7 students in the class who received scholarships. But most eyes almost fell on the young man in the back row by the window. At this moment, a ray of golden sunshine outside the window gently fell on the young man's face, illuminating him brilliantly and highlighting his fair skin and appearance. Okay, be quiet. Lu Feng pretended to cough. Draw the students' attention back. Students who have received the trainer scholarship, the scholarship will be directly transferred to the Alliance card under your ID card. I hope you can arrange the money reasonably. Other students who have not received the scholarship do not need to be discouraged. Life is a marathon. Persevere until the end. That's victory. After enrolling in Pokemon University, you still have the opportunity to compete for scholarships. Scholarships at Pokemon University are not as simple as high school. Various treasures that are helpful to Pokemon's strength may become scholarships. I hope that everyone will not forget their original aspirations, live up to their youth, and achieve their life goals in the future. Okay, get out of class is over. We will meet on the playground in half an hour. Monitor Xu Jing will stay for a while. Lu Feng painted a pie for the students and then get out of class was over. The students left the classroom in groups while discussing the Pokemon they wanted to capture next Monday. Soon only Xu Jing, the monitor, was left in the classroom. Lao Lu, are you so sad? Xu Jing came to Lu Feng with a smile. He patted Lu Feng's shoulder skillfully. Lu Feng is 1.71 meters tall. Next to Xu Jing, who is 1.77 meters tall, she is a bit shorter. Seeing Xu Jing still greeting him as usual, Lu Feng knew. This kid didn't feel sad at all when parting. Xu Jing rolled his eyes. Lu Feng motioned for him to talk to him about Pokemon University. So, which Pokemon University would you like? Based on your overall scores, not to mention Star City, if you look at the whole country, you will be ranked high in the Pokemon Joint Entrance Examination. What Lu Feng said is true. Xu Jing has been ranked first in the Pokemon Experimental Middle School many times, of course, only in the Pokemon Knowledge Test and the actual Command Test. His grades in general cultural classes were only above average. However, entering Pokemon University means focusing on careers related to Pokemon, and the grades in general high school cultural courses only need to be normal. Qingbei, or Zhejiang University. It's all fine. I won't choose. I'll just go to whichever one offers better conditions. Xu Jing smiled slightly and gave the answer. Lu Feng only grinned after hearing this. Look, what are these words? Fortunately, other students have left. Otherwise, it would be so uncomfortable to hear it. Okay, I'm most at ease with you in this class. Don't be late. The two walked away while talking, and soon parted ways. Xu Jing let out a sigh of relief. The eyes are full of long-awaited desire. It's been 3 years since I traveled to this parallel world. No one knows how he spent these 3 years. This world is not much different from his previous life, and the teachers, family, friends and classmates around him have not changed. The difference is that it is under the influence of the rules of heaven and earth. Many secret doors appeared in this world 30 years ago. The space portal through the secret door. People can reach the Pokemon secret realm. That is to say, this world incorporates two related elements, Pokemon and secret realms. Living Pokemon can be captured in the Pokemon secret realm. As long as they are captured in the Pokeball obtained from the secret realm, the Pokemon can be brought out of the secret realm into the real world. Pokemon is the collective name for Pokemon from his previous life, Pokemon, etc. In this world, there are Pokemon trainers, performers, breeders, and other Pokemon-related professions. Pokemon can even be found in various factories, construction sites, companies, and other places. Train Pokemon to become a strong trainer. It was something he had always dreamed of. Now I finally have the chance to do it. With a thought, Xu Jing's eyes showed an interface that only she could see. Yes, it was a must-have for time travelers. It is detected that the host will enter the forest of Riolu Dervish. The auspicious time has arrived, and the God-level card drawing system is officially bound. Tongzi 3 years ago did not have this kind of interface. 3 years ago, when Xu Jing just crossed over. System shows. The official binding will have to wait until the day he learns the basics of Pokemon and practical command, and can enter the forest of Riolu Dervish. Since that day, Xu Jing was excited knowing that she would be able to bind the system in 3 years. Not only for system binding, but also for becoming the most powerful Pokemon trainer, he must learn basic Pokemon knowledge and practical command. So he worked hard. I started learning Pokemon knowledge and practical command in my first year of high school. He is the most interesting one in the whole school. Interest is the teacher who learns the most. Under the influence of such a strong internal drive, he became the best student at Pokemon Experimental Middle School. And all of this, it's just Xu Jing trying to make himself better. Also to make better use of the system. Take yourself to the top of your life. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, the binding of the God-level card drawing system is completed, and the system gift pack has been distributed. With the last bit of 0.01% loading complete. The God-level card drawing system is officially bound to Xu Jing. A mysterious feeling came to my heart. The method of using the God-level card drawing system is very simple. The purpose is to train Xu Jing into the strongest trainer in the world. It will trigger system tasks and rewards based on some things Xu Jing usually encounters. For example, Xu Jing is supposed to complete something at noon. After the system triggers the task, Xu Jing can get rewards from the system after completing the task. Help him grow better. Besides, complete system tasks to gain card draw times. The cards you draw have various abilities. The ultimate goal is to use it for him. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you have obtained the Pokemon Detection Eye. Pokemon Detection Eye. You can directly view the detailed information of Pokemon, Pokemon eggs and other items, so that the host will not miss the opportunity to capture high-qualified Pokemon. The Exploration Eye automatically fused after being released. Xu Jing felt a warm current passing through her eyes, and her vision was much better than before. Xu Jing clenched her fist hard. As expected of Tongzi, who had to study hard for 3 years before successfully binding them. With the Pokemon Detection Eye in the system gift package, he entered the Pokemon Secret Realm to capture the Earl Dervish Pokemon. Wouldn't he be able to directly check the qualifications of those Pokemon? Take off directly. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you have obtained a high-level card draw ×1. Advanced card draw. Xu Jing's eyes flashed. It seems that Tongzi has more than one system gift package. Use it directly. Xu Jing thought silently. Suddenly, a screen of light appeared in front of him. There are many cards made of condensed light points on the light curtain. But the cards are all memorized. There are a few words above the card. Advanced card drawing pool. As Xu Jing used the advanced drawing card presented by Tongzi, the light point cards in the card drawing pool begin to rotate. The speed is so fast that it's dazzling. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you have obtained a high-quality Pokemon card. High-quality Pokemon card. Using this card, you will get a high-quality Pokemon clue. High-quality Pokemon clues. Xu Jing was suddenly excited. It can be said to be a high-quality Pokemon. The qualifications are definitely not that different. You can use it just by going to Earl Dervish's forest. Let's go to the school battlefield first to see if there are any passerby trainers fighting. Xu Jing immediately wanted to try out the effect of Pokemon Detection Eye. The school has a battle arena specifically for amateur trainers who have Pokemon outside. The purpose is also to allow students to watch more Pokemon battles. There is a security department responsible for safety issues, so there is no need to worry. When Xu Jing came near the battle site, she heard loud shouts. It was the sound of Pokemon skills being commanded by Trainer. Trainer was fighting, and Xu Jing hurriedly quickened his pace. On the battlefield, 2 amateur trainers, a man and a woman in their 20s, were commanding their Pokemon to battle, surrounded by some school students watching the battle. Xu Jing's arrival did not attract anyone's attention. He found a good place to watch the battle. Machop, Karate Chop. On the battlefield, the man commanded Machop to use the fighting skill Karate Chop. Machop lowered his body slightly, then kicked the ground with both legs and rushed forward, leaving a crack on the ground on the battlefield. When I looked at it again, it had already rushed in front of Sandshrew on the opposite side. The usually cute Sandshrew looked extremely serious at this time, staring closely at Machop's big eyes with a solemn gaze, and the small paws it held showed that it was ready to attack at any time, waiting for instructions from its trainer. The female trainer obviously has more fighting experience than the male. She looked at the direction of Machop's Karate Chop. She judged the opponent's approximate movement trajectory at the moment when the Karate Chop was performed, and quickly gave instructions: avoid the right rear, use sand attack. Woo! Sandshrew ducked to the right before Machop's Karate Chop hit him, but the female trainer's judgment was too late, causing it to retreat a little too late. It avoided but did not completely avoid Machop's Karate Chop, struck it on the right shoulder and bruised it. However, Sandshrew still carried out trainer's instructions. When he was scratched and retreated, his 2 claws pierced the ground. Ground energy surged, and he splashed it on the face of Machop in front. 2 balls of sand containing ground energy smeared Machop. 1 face. Wrist. Machop's eyes were shocked by the sand attack skill, and his vision was blurred. The female trainer on the opposite side seized the opportunity and let Sandshrew perform a grabbing attack and then a rapid spin. Machop and his trainer wanted to fight back, but Machop, whose sight was blocked, was unable to recover, and in the end he could only lose with regret. At the end of the battle, the onlookers clapped their hands and applauded. Xu Jing is hiding in it, and the Pokemon Detection Eye has detected the detailed information of the 2 Pokemon and fed it back to him. Open black lens bracket Pokemon. Machop, fighting, male sign close black lens bracket. Qualification: General. Level: LV.17, Ordinary Beginner Level. Individual Talent: Physical Strength 9, Attack 13, Defense 6, Special Attack 16, Special Defense 10, Speed 10. Ability: Perseverance. Possessing amazing perseverance. If you fall into status condition, the amazing perseverance will come into play, and the attack will increase by 50%. Skills: Low Kick, focus energy, leer, karate chop. He is in his 20s and his strength is only LV.17, so he is naturally an amateur. This is the detailed information about the Machop fed back to Xu Jing by the Pokemon Detection Eye. The information is extremely comprehensive. Qualifications, levels, abilities, and even the 6 individual talents are directly fed back. This is so cheating. Each Pokemon has 6 individual value talents. 0 to 31 are talent points, 0 point is the lowest talent point, and 31 is the highest talent point. Players who play games call this individual value with 31 talent points V. If it is less than 31 and only has 30 points, it is called U. The lower numbers 29 and 28 also have other names. But normally everyone pursues V with full talent points. As far as Xu Jing knows, the Pokemon Alliance official currently cannot identify the specific talents of Pokemon's 6 individual values. It can only identify 4 levels: ordinary, excellent, elite and outstanding. The same goes for qualifications. It can only be roughly identified. But he can see Pokemon's qualifications and individual talents at a glance. Xu Jing looked at another Pokemon. Information about the Sandshrew was also fed back to him immediately. The feedback information is as detailed as Machop. Xu Jing, who had learned the basics of Pokemon very well, took a few deep breaths, suppressed the excitement in her heart, and walked home with this excitement. Today, go to Earl Dervish Forest to capture the Earl Dervish Pokemon. He will definitely be able to conquer a Pokemon partner that is better than anyone else. Half an hour later, all the students who had paid for 3 years of learning Pokemon knowledge took the exclusive bus to Earl Dervish's forest in Star City. At 11 a.m., the exclusive bus slowly stopped. The students excitedly discussed getting off the bus. Earl Dervish's forest in Star City has arrived. Earl Dervish's forest is not a Pokemon secret land. It is a man-made, huge big forest in the Mimic secret realm. There are many living environments in the forest that Pokemon can adapt to. Only high school seniors who have learned Pokemon knowledge in 3 years of high school can enter it and capture the Earl Dervish Pokemon upon graduation. Open black lens bracket ding. Main Mission 1 released. Register to become an ordinary beginner trainer. Mission reward: God level card draw ×1. Remarks: God level card drawing can draw God level cards, and the effect is beyond imagination. Open black lens bracket ding. Side Mission 1 released. Successfully captured the Earl Dervish Pokemon. Mission reward: Junior draw card ×1. Open black lens bracket ding. Side Mission 2 is released. Win the first battle with the Earl Dervish Pokemon. Mission reward: Primary card draw ×1. Xu Jing just got off the bus. Tongzi's prompt interface keeps popping up mission messages. After reading it, his thoughts shifted to this. The function of this God-level card drawing system is to pop up tasks and rewards based on what he is currently encountering, which is quite comfortable. And the tasks are not mandatory. Even if you leave it alone, nothing will happen. But if you don't take the reward, it will be for nothing. The students who are able to come here today have all worked hard to learn the basics of Pokemon in the 3 years of high school, but how solid your knowledge is will only be known after you enter the forest of Earl Dervish. And the gate of Earl Dervish's forest is right behind me. Every student below opens their mobile phones and signs the disclaimer. There is a large square in front of the gate of Earl Dervish Forest. In the past, there must have been an endless stream of people in this square. But since today is the day for all high school graduates in Star City who are applying for the Pokemon entrance examination to enter the Earl Dervish Forest to capture the Earl Dervish Pokemon, any other irrelevant people are not allowed to enter. The person speaking in front of the square was the person in charge and commander-in-chief of this event. If anything happened, he would have the full authority to direct and mobilize manpower for arrangements. The disclaimer is a contract that must be signed to enter Earl Dervish's woods. Reality is not the utopian world in the Pokemon anime. You don't take care of your safety in Earl Dervish's forest. The consequences may be serious injury or even death in an instant. The students took out their mobile phones one after another, clicked on the link sent by the teacher, and started identity authentication plus signing their names. Soon, Xu Jing looked around after signing. There are probably thousands of high school seniors in the entire Star City who have signed up to take the Pokemon exam this year, and all of these thousands of students are gathered in this square at this time. Even though no one was talking intentionally, whispers came from all directions. The students were excited. Who is your first target for the Earl Dervish Pokemon? Caterpie or Weedle? I should choose Caterpie. Butterfree, which has evolved into its final form, has the opportunity to awaken superpowers and can fly. It is the most suitable for me in terms of practicality and training cost. Of course I chose Weedle. The evolution speed is exactly the same as Caterpie, and the final evolved Beedrill still retains the poison attribute. When fighting against someone, if the opponent is poisoned, the balance of victory will suddenly tip to me. Bar. I think the biggest reason you chose Weedle is that it makes a living. Why are there so many senior high school graduates in Star City, but only students in their early 1000s have signed up to learn the basics of Pokemon? The biggest reason is, family conditions are not enough to support them in raising Pokemon. Becoming a trainer involves more than just feeding Pokemon, training skills, physical condition, regular checkups, etc. Which items are free of charge? Not laying the foundation of Pokemon well. Why can you win over others? Therefore, for students with normal family conditions, Earl Dervish Pokemon follows 3 principles: easy to raise, fast to grow, and highly practical. Students with good family conditions and a savings of more than 300,000 yuan a year have more choices. For example, raptor Pokemon such as Pidgey, Tailo, and Starly that need to be fed a large amount of meat are also their targets. About 5 minutes later, after everyone had signed the disclaimer, the person in charge asked teachers from each school to lead the team. Take the class school as a team. Thousands of students lined up neatly and orderly. Military trainers dispatched by the military are stationed around the gate. After negotiating with the military leader, the person in charge ordered the teachers to take the students to the gate of Earl Dervish Forest. Pokemon Experimental High School is ranked second. The wait was less than 10 minutes. Xu Jing and the others also began to enter. Brother Jing, have you decided which Earl Dervish Pokemon to choose? This is an opportunity for every student who has paid 3 years of Pokemon knowledge tuition. I haven't thought about which Earl Dervish Pokemon to choose. Wang Ming is a young man as thin as a bamboo pole. He is also a top student in the class. He has a good relationship with Xu Jing. There is obvious excitement in his voice as he whispers to Xu Jing. I'll just let it go. Your family is in good condition and I can give you the scoop. Xu Jing originally had a goal, but now that he has a Pokemon detection eye and a high-quality Pokemon card, his goal has to change. Conquering Earl Dervish Pokemon is a very personal matter. Xu Jing naturally cannot give Wang Ming any advice on this issue. He just said casually, then pointed to the front and reminded, let's go in. Earl Dervish Forest is an artificial forest built by Star City officials with huge investment. The entire Earl Dervish Forest covers an area of approximately 11.25 square kilometers, which is more than enough to accommodate a mere 1,000 students. After class teacher Lu Feng asked the students to pay attention to safety. Everyone excitedly started to form teams. And Xu Jing, as the squad leader and the #1 student in Pokemon Experimental Middle School, is naturally the primary target for invitations. Squad leader, do you want to team up with us? We are going to go to the place where Scyther lives to see if we can subdue Scyther. Brother Jing, why are you subduing Scyther? Come to our place. We are going to subdue Mareep. Do you want to go? Squad leader, come to us. We all listen to you. We can conquer whatever you say. Invitations come in all shapes and sizes. And faced with the invitations from these people, Xu Jing thought for a while and then refused them all. He has Pokemon detection eyes. There is also a high-quality Pokemon card just waiting to be used at this time. Teaming up with others may create unnecessary conflict. It's better to go alone. Saved so much trouble. Everyone saw that Xu Jing really had no intention of forming a team. Only then did he give up. I lost interest and went to look for others. Wait until there is no one around. Before the students from the next Pokemon school come in. Xu Jing thought silently, use high-quality Pokemon cards. 2.2 kilometers ahead on the left. Tongzi's prompt pops up and only Xu Jing can see it. Is that high-quality Pokémon located 2.2 kilometers ahead on the left. Haha, it's inexplicably fun to play games and upgrade. Xu Jing was determined and set off towards the left front. Squee, squeak. Not long after Xu Jing set off, passing by a row of 1-meter-high bushes. In one of the bushes, 2 purple little guys jumped out and made a squeaking sound, looking at Xu Jing. Xu Jing also looked at the 2 Rattata looking for movement. Open black lens bracket Pokémon. Rattata normal male sign close black lens bracket. Qualification: General. Level: LV.7 normal. Individual talent: Physical strength 6, attack 5, defense 10, special attack 13, special defense 2, speed 16. Open black lens bracket ability: Not awakened close black lens bracket. Skill: Tackle. Under the influence of the exploring eye. The details of one of the Rattata were discovered by Xu Jing. This is an extremely ordinary Rattata. There is only one skill, and the ability has not been awakened. Xu Jing looked at the other one and the situation was roughly the same. The 6 individual values and talents are all in single digits. Sorry to disturb you 2 little guys. Xu Jing smiled and left while paying attention to the surroundings. Rattata is one of the most common Pokémon. You can tell whether it will attack you by its growl. A single kai means that you have not aroused the other person's vigilance. 2 sounds in a row proves that it has noticed you and is observing you. If the sound is sharp and follows 3 squeaks, and you don't have any other Pokémon in your hand to protect it, retreat quickly, because this is Rattata's warning sound that it thinks you are threatening it. If you don't retreat, it will probably launch an attack. Are there any rare Pokémon in Earl Dervish Forest? There must be. In order to stimulate the enthusiasm and hope of students in the city, the Star City Pokémon Alliance will release some Pokémon with good potential when each batch of high school graduates goes to Earl Dervish Forest to collect Earl Dervish Pokémon. It's just that there are more wolves and less meat. Things like Rattata and Caterpie are the big ones. The entire Earl Dervish Forest is rectangular in shape, and Xu Jing's destination is roughly in the front left area of the entire forest. Just when Xu Jing was heading towards her destination with great interest. Leaders such as the person in charge of this Earl Dervish Forest event, the head teachers of several schools who are capable of teaching Pokémon knowledge, and the military trainer leaders are already sitting in the communication room of Earl Dervish Forest. There is a huge electronic screen on the communication room. Electronic screens divide the entire Earl Dervish Forest into several areas. Through various surveillance cameras installed in Earl Dervish's forest, people sitting in the communication room can accurately know the situation in each area, so as to respond to any emergencies and dispatch help and rescue in time. Sitting at the head of the communication room. It's Zhang Nian, the vice president of the Star City Pokémon Alliance. In the Star City Pokémon Alliance, Zhang Nian is already at the absolute top. At this time, all the people in charge looked at Zhang Nian in astonishment, and the head of the military trainer couldn't help but ask, "President Zhang, what you just said, is it true?" Of course. Zhang Nian nodded slowly. In the past few years, our Star City Pokémon Alliance has seen an endless stream of younger generation trainers. In order to further stimulate the motivation and passion of the students, the president decided to put Riolu in the Earl Dervish Forest and let it find a trainer that suits it. At the same time, every year in the future, the Star City Pokémon Alliance will add an additional 20 million funds to the Earl Dervish Forest activities of rookie trainers, and place some treasures in the Earl Dervish Forest to make the Earl Dervish Forest closer to the secret realm of Pokémon and provide students with give them a more intuitive experience of the secret realm. Zhang Nian's words are no less than a bombshell. Oh my god, Riolu. Everyone knows that the president of Star City Pokémon Alliance owns a trump card Lucario. As long as everything goes well, it is almost certain that he will join Elite in the future. That Lucario is extremely qualified. More importantly, females can lay eggs. Listening to Zhang Nian's words, the president's Lucario has laid eggs and hatched, and was placed in the forest of Earl Dervish by Zhang Nian. Riolu just needs to awaken his own waveguide. That's a perfect match for any trainer. That's why the person in charge of the military trainer was so out of sorts. Also, there will be an additional 20 million in funding every year. This is also the key point. In other words, students starting from this class are likely to obtain secret treasures in Earl Dervish Forest that can only be obtained in Pokemon's secret realms. Don't think too much about it. The president personally said that Riolu only allows rookie students to have contact with him. Your Pokemon team has long been formed. Zhang Nian reminded, and everyone present nodded. One of the teachers was even more envious and said, I don't know which student can be so lucky. If the Earl Dervish Pokemon is Riolu, he will be at least an elite trainer in the future. That's the son of elite. Haha, this class of students is in luck. Well, it depends on their luck, but at least they have this opportunity. If anyone can find a secret treasure, he can change his life. Our Star City Pokemon Alliance will definitely get better and better, haha. As a teacher at Pokemon High School, the lowest strength is also the professional level trainer. Riolu and the secret treasures are both rare to them. Not to mention those rookie students. The head teachers of several Pokemon high schools looked at each other. I was secretly fighting in my heart. Although they have no chance, if a student from a certain university can successfully conquer the Riolu or find a secret treasure, they will also gain face. Zhang Nian saw through the little thoughts of several teachers. He shook his head imperceptibly and sighed in his heart, how can it be so easy to conquer Riolu? I don't know how many elite-level trainers and even gym leader-level trainers have come to the president with outstanding young people these days, just to try to conquer Riolu. As for the results, they were naturally denied by Riolu. Trainers can select Pokemon, and some special Pokemon will also choose trainers for themselves. Riolu is definitely this Pokemon. Okay, everyone. Zhang Nian coughed, and everyone immediately fell silent. Pokemon is important, but if you want to become a truly strong person, the importance of trainer is also unquestionable. As the vice president, Zhang Nian's strength has already reached the level of the leader. Looking at the entire Dragon Kingdom, he can be considered a strong person. After reminding several teachers, Zhang Nian looked at the monitor in charge of the electronic screen and asked, how is it? How many students have arrived in Riolu's area? The students have been entering Earl Dervish's forest for several hours. Although Zhang Nian thought that Riolu would not be subdued by the students so easily, he was also a little curious, so he asked the staff to place Riolu's monitoring in the middle area of the entire electronic screen, which satisfied the curiosity of several teachers. President Zhang, there are currently 169 students entering Riolu's area. Among them, the student closest to Riolu is. The staff member responsible for monitoring students near Riolu quickly tapped on the virtual keyboard and brought up a surveillance screen. The student was Pokemon Experimental Middle School, a student in the class led by teacher Lu Feng, whose name is Xu Jing, has good overall scores in general cultural classes, and comprehensive scores in basic Pokemon knowledge and practical command, third in the city. On the surveillance video, a student was walking cautiously. His message was read out by monitoring personnel. Everyone's eyes fell on Lu Feng. Xu Jing is currently the student most likely to come into contact with Riolu. He is in the class taught by Lu Feng, and this student is known to all the teachers present. After all, he ranks third in the city on Pokemon basics and practical command. Lu Feng's heart also skipped a beat. I didn't expect Xu Jing to be so lucky. May actually become the first student to come into contact with Riolu. Xu Jing, you have never let me down. It's just that your family background is too ordinary. If you can tame this Riolu, you will definitely have a smoother future. Lu Feng smiled freely before he finished thinking silently. What are you thinking about? Although this Riolu was put into Earl Dervish's forest, it was obviously not taken away that easily. The president probably assisted this Riolu to promote the reputation of Star City Pokemon Alliance, right? Although Xu Jing is excellent, this Riolu needs to be conquered. Not only is he excellent, but Riolu is willing to choose him. Humph, no matter what, Xu Jing has this opportunity. Lu Feng thought in his heart. More than 10 minutes passed. Everyone can see that Xu Jing in the surveillance video is very close to Riolu. This kid really came into contact with Riolu first. Zhang Nian also stared curiously, curious to know Xu Jing's first reaction when he saw Riolu. Xu Jing has seen the surveillance camera equipment nearby. He didn't think much about it. Because the guide to high-quality Pokemon clues is right ahead. 6 meters directly in front. Directly ahead, behind this big tree. Xu Jing's heart beat rapidly. My Earl Dervish Pokemon partner, here I come. He took a long breath in his heart and made sure there were no other wild Pokemon around. Xu Jing moved forward and approached the big tree, looked over the big tree and looked at the big tree. Under the trunk of a big tree, there was a Pokemon that was all blue and black. It was holding an apple in its little paws and eating it in small bites. The arrival of Xu Jing made this Pokemon slightly stunned. Xu Jing was also stunned. Because, Riolu. Xu Jing's eyes widened and her mouth opened slightly. He looked at Riolu in front of him, who was holding an apple and chewing on it. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it. He found it based on clues about high-quality Pokemon. It's a Riolu. Exploring eyes. Open black lens bracket Pokemon. Riolu male sign close black lens bracket. Qualification. Champion. Level. LV.9 normal. Individual talent. Physical strength 25, attack 31, defense 18, special attack 31, special defense 30, speed 30. Open black lens bracket ability. Not awakened close black lens bracket. Skills. Mind Reader genetic, not mastered, agility genetic, not mastered, meteor mash genetic, not mastered, quick attack. Hold. Xu Jing, who had just seen clearly that Riolu's qualification column was the champion, had not had time to be shocked. He immediately noticed that among the 6 individual talents of this Riolu, there were actually 2 31s and 2 30s. Oh my god, is this the Earl Dervish Pokemon that comes with the Tongzi gift pack? So awesome. Although there is no absolute relationship between individual talents and qualifications, the individual talents of Pokemon with high qualifications are not much different from normal. This is a 2v2U Riolu with championship qualifications. Start with this Riolu, plus the power of Tongzi. Who else could be the best in the world but me? Plop, plop. Xu Jing swallowed and slowed down. He took out a primary energy cube from his backpack. Riolu, eat this, it has more energy than an apple. Each student's backpack is prepared with ordinary Pokemon food and 3 first-time energy cubes, which are used to greet their favorite Pokemon. Xu Jing put the energy cube in his hand and spread it out. Looking at Riolu, he squatted down. Try to keep your eyes level with Riolu's. Here are some tips for taming the Earl Dervish Pokemon. Keep yourself and the Pokemon at eye level. It can reduce Pokemon's wariness towards you to a certain extent. Kia, Riolu looked at Xu Jing curiously and tilted the dog's head slightly. For some reason, it felt that the human in front of him seemed a little different. When Riolu took away the energy cube in Xu Jing's hand and ate it, Xu Jing took advantage of the situation and extended his invitation. Riolu, become my partner and let's set foot on the top of the world together. The invitation sent by Xu Jing was full of lofty ideals. Hold the Pokeball in your hand and hold it out to Riolu. Just when everyone in the room was speechless at Xu Jing's invitation, Riolu actually stretched out his little paw and slammed it on Xu Jing's Pokeball. Inform everyone in the room headed by Zhang Nian. Momentarily messy in the wind. Haha, this kid is really the first to come into contact with Riolu. I expected this expression. When Xu Jing saw Riolu, the expression on his face made Zhang Nian, the vice president, laugh immediately. Others also had teasing smiles on their faces. Yes, even for a kid from a rich family. How can Riolu be found in a place like Earl Dervish's forest? That must have been the first shock plus disbelief. Relatively speaking, they felt that the expression of the student named Xu Jing was quite well controlled. I wonder if it will be replaced by a second student later. What will Riolu's expression be like when he sees him? Okay, Xu Jing, come on, try to conquer Riolu. Among the people present, only teacher Lu Feng had some expectations for Xu Jing. After all, this is the most outstanding student he has ever taught, so he cheered for Xu Jing in his heart. This student is going to extend an invitation to Riolu. Seeing Xu Jing squat down. Everyone knows that Xu Jing is going to send out invitations. I hope this kid won't be too hard of a blow. He ranks 3rd in the city in terms of basic Pokemon knowledge and practical command. As long as he has a decent Earl Dervish Pokemon, after entering college and working hard for a few years, he will soon be able to become a unique trainer. Well, Riolu should reject him. The more you hope, the harder you fall. Don't talk about him, it doesn't matter if we invite him in the past, Riolu will choose the trainer that suits him best. Several teachers whispered and expressed their opinions. Zhang Yan also thinks Riolu will reject Xu Jing. After all, so many outstanding young people went to the president to try to conquer Riolu, but they all failed. However, when monitoring the video screen, everyone was stunned when they saw Riolu taking the initiative to reach for the Pokeball that Xu Jing took out with his little paws. Vice President Zhang Yan obviously didn't expect this situation to happen. Is that Riolu? Boom! The sound of a Pokeball opening was heard. Then everyone saw with dull eyes that Riolu, the son of Elite, was illuminated by the red energy ray in Xu Jing's Pokeball and took it in. The Pokeball didn't even shake twice symbolically. There was a boom sound immediately. This Riolu was conquered by Xu Jing. Well, quote exclamation mark question mark question mark quote. No way, this, Everyone present was dumbfounded. Riolu was conquered by Xu Jing like this. This makes no sense. It's really enviable. This kid's journey as a trainer is going to be smooth. That's the son of President Lucario. Everyone in the communication room looked at each other. Several teachers were even envious and even a little jealous. This student named Xu Jing must be very lucky. Riolu came here for the first time today. Not only was he the first to meet Riolu, but he also conquered him with just one goal. Okay. Good. Ha ha ha. Well done. Lu Feng couldn't help but burst into laughter. Until everyone around him, including Vice Chairman Zhang Yan, looked over. Only then did Lu Feng realize that the situation was not right at this time. A slightly embarrassed look appeared on his face. But it's hard to hide the excitement in his eyes. Xu Jing, you actually subdued Riolu, so awesome. However, this Riolu was obviously placed in Earl Dervish's forest under the instructions of the president to make Star City famous. Is it okay for Xu Jing to conquer it? Teacher Lu Feng, don't think too much. Zhang Yan seemed to have understood Lu Feng's thoughts in advance. He covered up the embarrassment on his face and chuckled. The president asked Riolu to choose trainer here, although Riolu's move was unexpected. But a choice is a choice. The moment Riolu chose Xu Jing, their bond was born. Do you understand? President Zhang, I understand, I will convey it to Xu Jing. It's all said so clearly. What else would you do as a teacher if you don't understand? President Zhang meant both an explanation and a warning. Warn others that the president is paying attention to Riolu. Let others not try to take advantage of Riolu in any way. Well, the Earl Dervish Forest event will last for 3 days. You can pay more attention to Xu Jing and Riolu next. Also keep an eye out to see if any lucky students can find the treasure hidden in Earl Dervish's forest. President Zhang spoke. Yes, President Zhang. The monitoring staff looked at Xu Jing on the monitoring screen with envious eyes. This student still doesn't know that he has fallen into the eyes of President Zhang and the president, right? What luck. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you successfully captured the Earl Dervish Pokemon, the side mission is completed, and you get the primary card draw ×1. In Earl Dervish's forest, Xu Jing looked at the prompts on the Tongzi interface and felt excited. Use the primary draw card directly. It was still the light curtain with many cards. The only difference this time is that the name above the light screen card drawing pool was replaced by the primary card drawing pool. The elementary card drawing pool is the elementary card drawing pool, and the advanced card drawing pool is the advanced card drawing pool. The advanced card drawing pool actually allowed me to obtain a champion qualified Riolu. This junior card drawing pool shouldn't be too bad. Xu Jing thought excitedly. A curtain of light surged in the card drawing pool in front of him. The dot cards were shaking rapidly. Final stay. The dot card begins to flip over from its back. This is. Xu Jing focused on the front of the card. This is a Pokeball, but it is different from the ordinary red and white Pokeball. This Pokeball is gray and white, and the gray part is embellished with 2 golden bars. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you drew the Ultra Ball Manifestation card. Ultra Ball Presentation card. Ultra Ball Realization card. Using this card, you will get an Ultra Ball, and the internal space can make Pokemon more comfortable. The market price of the regular Pokeball is only 1,000 Alliance coins, but the Ultra Ball is 50,000 Alliance coins. The difference between the two is 50 times. Is the regular version of Pokeball 1,000 Alliance coins expensive? This is a product of space technology. And Ultra Ball is even more outrageous. On top of the Ultra Ball there is the Luxury Ball, which is even more ridiculously priced. There should be surveillance video nearby. Xu Jing did not use this Ultra Ball manifestation card. Anyway, the card can always be stored in the system without using it. He raised Riolu's Pokeball and took out his phone with his other hand to take a photo of himself, as a commemoration of his encounter with Riolu and as a tribute to the classic in his heart. Come out, Riolu. Xu Jing threw the Pokeball towards soaring in the sky. With a bang sound, the Pokeball opens and the light curtain condenses into Riolu. The thrown Pokeball returned to Xu Jing's hand due to the rebound setting, and Xu Jing pressed the button to shrink it to the size of a thumb and put it away. Hey, after Riolu came out of the Pokeball, he looked at Xu Jing and took the initiative to say hello. This human being is my trainer, I hope my feeling is correct. Riolu, from now on we will be companions sharing weal and woe, please give us your advice. Xu Jing squatted and touched Riolu's dog's head. Riolu's ears are quite sensitive. When Xu Jing put his hand up, its ears moved back sensitively. Kia, woo. Riolu looked up at Xu Jing. This feeling is really amazing. I saw you were eating an apple just now. You must be hungry. Is that primary energy cube enough? I still have it here. Kia. Riolu stared at the energy cube in Xu Jing's palm, sniffed it, and then took it and wrapped it in one bite. PFF'd. Suddenly, there was movement in the woods not far away. Riolu looked over immediately. Xu Jing also followed Riolu's gaze. I saw a little guy whose whole body was covered with vines jumping out of the woods. This is a vine monster. The entire body of the vine monster is covered in light blue vines. The exposed face was extremely dark. At first glance, it seems a bit cautious. Puff. The vine monster knew that there was an apple tree here and came here to look for food today, but he didn't expect that there were already other Pokemon and a human in the apple tree. This made the vine monster a little angry and stared at Xu Jing and Riolu. The two soles of its feet exposed outside the vines swayed left and right, causing the vines all over its body to swing. This is the signature move of the vine monster preparing to attack. Riolu, it seems that this guy will be our first match together. How is it going? Do you have confidence? Kia. Riolu nodded naturally. Snort. Just watch. Puff. The vine monster screamed and rushed towards Riolu, entering the battle. Riolu's eyes became sharp. After jumping up and down a certain distance, the vine monster happened to be close to it. Xu Jing was excited and began to command Riolu for the first battle. Be careful of its vines. Don't be touched by the vines. Avoid them first. Ju. Riolu is obviously more agile in action than the vine monster. When the vine monster hit him, he was still 1 meter away. Riolu had already kicked his feet hard and left the place. Puff. The vine monster didn't expect Riolu to be so agile, and was so shocked that he had to change direction. However, its entire ball-like body was far less agile than Riolu. Quick attack. Seizing the opportunity, Xu Jing asked Riolu to use quick attack. Swish. In just 2 steps, Riolu rushed to the vine monster. Boom. The vine monster's body was knocked out by Riolu and hit the apple tree. The defense of the vine monster is good. Riolu, encore quick attack. Riolu, who originally thought that quick attack could successfully defeat the vine monster in one attack, looked at the opponent. When he saw the opponent shaking his head vigorously and preparing to stand up and fight again, Riolu knew that Xu Jing was right. Ju. The second quick attack hit the vine monster again, knocking it against the apple tree, which made a rustling sound. The vine monster was still thinking about struggle and stood up. Unexpectedly, several apples fell from the apple tree and hit the vine monster on its head. The vine monster finally fell down. Ju. Done. Seeing that the opponent was defeated by him, Riolu stood there with his paws folded across his chest, looking cool. But the next moment, the dog was picked up by Xu Jing and spun around in circles. Haha, we won the first battle. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you have won the first battle with the Earl Dervish Pokemon. the side mission is completed, and you have obtained the primary card draw ×1. Done again. Use primary draw card. Xu Jing felt hot. He has fallen in love with this feeling of getting rewards by defeating monsters and upgrading. Let's see what he can get from the second primary card draw. The familiar card light curtain appeared again. This time, the reward Xu Jing draws from the primary card drawing pool is open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you drew the bullet punch skill card. Bullet punch skill card. Use the secondary card to make the target Pokemon have a deep impression and understanding of bullet punch. Skill card. And it's a very fast skill like bullet punch. Ness. Use it directly, target Riolu. If I remember correctly, Riolu can inherit bullet punch. It's just that his Riolu partner didn't inherit the skill bullet punch, but he didn't expect it to be acquired through this method. For a moment, Riolu, who had just one, felt a special memory emerge in his mind, and various understandings and memories of bullet punch were rapidly being carved. The dog subconsciously stretched out his paws and punched twice. A faint energy glow appears on the fist. Seeing this, Xu Jing smiled and said, "How about it, Riolu, you were right to choose me as your trainer." Riolu's evolution requires reaching a certain level of intimacy. And on the official Pokemon forum of Dragon Kingdom, some researchers have published methods for improving the intimacy of Pokemon. Among them, the simplest and fastest way to improve is to let your Pokemon admire you and trust you. Therefore, after Xu Jing saw Riolu's behavior, his heart suddenly moved. After saying this, he knew that Riolu should be able to understand why. Sure enough, Riolu looked at Xu Jing with a different look, with a hint of admiration. Kia. Woo. Awesome, my choice was indeed the right one. The dog is very smart and has the qualifications to be a champion after all. This has never happened to me before. It only appears after selecting Xu Jing as trainer. So this situation must be related to Xu Jing. Riolu carefully felt the understanding of bullet punch in his mind, and he couldn't wait to find a Pokemon to practice with. Haha, let's find a few Pokemon to try our hands on, and try to let you master new skills as soon as possible. Ju. This time, Riolu's voice in response to Xu Jing was obviously louder, which also showed that it was not calm inside. Open black lens bracket ding. Side mission 3 is released. Win 3 battles, mission reward, junior card draw ×1. Open black lens bracket ding. Side mission 4 is released. Win 10 battles, mission reward, junior card draw ×1. Since Xu Jing has an idea in mind, the system is naturally powerful. 2 new side missions pop up soon after. After completing the mission, there are 2 new primary card drawing opportunities. So, Xu Jing happily left with Riolu. Fight with Pokemon to collect rewards. The performance of Xu Jing and Riolu. The whole scene was watched by everyone in the communication room. There seemed to be a glimmer of light on Riolu's fist just now. Did he learn a new skill? This guy deserves to be ranked 3rd in the city in terms of overall combat command performance. He knows the characteristics of the vine monster and knows how to let Riolu do the last hit. Well, although the battle is simple, it is also remarkable. Ever since I learned that both the president and Chairman Zhang expressed that they would pay attention to Riolu's growth. The style of the teachers in the communication room changed. Regarding the performance of Xu Jing and Riolu on the electronic screen just now, teachers gave positive comments one after another. As the head teacher, Lu Feng also thinks Xu Jing performed well. It's just not as exaggerated as you said. Xu Jing's actual command ability has not been fully demonstrated in such a simple battle. Lu Feng was speechless, but when he heard that teachers from other Pokemon colleges affirmed Xu Jing, that's not are you confirming him, Lu Feng. Thinking of this, Lu Feng felt a little happy. President Zhang, I think Xu Jing and Riolu are also suitable for joining our military headquarters. How about we find an opportunity for them to come to the military headquarters for training? The person in charge of the military trainer stationed in Earl Dervish Forest tentatively asked Zhang Nian for instructions, but Zhang Nian was noncommittal. After pondering for a while, Zhang Nian looked at the person in charge and said calmly, I will meet Xu Jing then and convey it to you to see what he thinks. Haha, okay, please excuse me, President Zhang. The head of the military department knew that this was the limit of what Zhang Nian could do. If he could recruit a student with Riolu, the son of elite, for the military department, the higher-ups would be very happy. This is a walk-in. As long as Xu Jing nods, he will be admitted to the military's exclusive Pokemon University in no time. Immediately after graduation, you will be in a position of power. Strength speaks for itself wherever you go. If the trainer Riolu chooses does not perform well, it is impossible for the person in charge to do this. And Xu Jing has strong overall strength. Plus Riolu chose him. This determines that his lower limit will be very, very high. Achievements cannot determine a person's upper limit, but they can determine the lower limit for starting. This is the truth. Don't worry. Wait for the opponent to get close, avoid it, and then concentrate the energy in your body to swing out with your fist. In the woodland next to a lake, Xu Jing is fighting with Riolu and an Apom. Ooh, Apom jumped down from the big tree. The palm-like tail grabbed Riolu hard. Riolu easily dodged with a somersault to the left. The Apom's tail missed and hit a piece of gravel on the ground. The gravel was blown away and hit another big stone, making a dull sound. Kia Wu. Take advantage of the moment Apom lands. Riolu stepped forward and quickly approached. The right paw is clenched into a fist, shining with Orberg luster. Yes, that's it. Bullet punch. Xu Jing, who was watching carefully from the side, was overjoyed. Riolu successfully used bullet punch, hitting Apom's jaw and sending it flying backwards. The final blow, quick attack. Ju. Blue-Black's figure flashed past and defeated Apom. Done it, 3 wins in a row. Seeing Apom's defeat, Xu Jing and Riolu came together and high-fived each other to express their excitement. Open black lens bracket ding. Side task 3 is completed, you have obtained the primary draw card ×1. The 3-game winning streak is completed, and there is another chance to draw cards. Xu Jing's eyes flashed with joy. Once you have something good, just use it. Junior card drawing pool, start drawing cards. Open black lens bracket ding. Congratulations to the host, you have drawn a good luck card. Good luck card. Use the secondary card and you will get good luck in the next hour. Get good luck. Xu Jing blinked, as if this was okay. Use. After using it, nothing happened. Xu Jing didn't hesitate either. Just choose a direction and set off with Riolu. Next, Xu Jing quickly discovered something was wrong. He meets a Geodude at a small hill. The combination of rock plus ground attributes allowed Geodude to be restrained by fighting Riolu, especially Riolu who initially took control of Bullet Punch. Xu Jing commanded Guzi to rush forward and use Bullet Punch. Killed Geodude instantly. 4 consecutive wins. Keep looking for the fighting Pokemon. As a result, I encountered another rock-type Pokemon, the Nonsense Potted Plant. When they met the Nonsense Plant was standing on a branch pretending to be a branch. As a result, it encountered a group of foraging Spearows, and was frightened by the Spearows and fell from the tree. Riolu rushed forward and punched again. Oh, this Nonsense Potted Plant has endured a bullet punch and has not yet been defeated. It is struggling to stand up. However, he still fell down obediently under Riolu's second punch. A few minutes later, Xu Jing and Riolu encountered a rock-type Pokemon again, Rock Crab. Like Shuckle, it is a combination of Bug-type plus Rock-type. Still restrained by Bullet Punch. Half an hour later, Xu Jing completely understood the function of this good luck card. For example, he is now going to complete 10 consecutive victories. And his Pokemon is Riolu from the fighting type. Currently, I have preliminary control over Quick Attack and Bullet Punch. That's with the blessing of the good luck card. The Pokemon that Xu Jing and Riolu encounter are most likely to be restrained by Riolu's attribute. Now half an hour later, Xu Jing and Riolu have completed 7 consecutive victories. Although they occasionally encountered other attributed Pokemon on the way, with Riolu's Quick Attack and Bullet Punch, it was no problem. Now, Xu Jing is taking Riolu to rest by the lake. Some students are placing some Pokemon food next to the lake, and it seems that they are preparing to lure some water-type Pokemon here. Some students who were more prepared were fishing on the shore of the lake, preparing to catch water-type Pokemon. Riolu, we have won 7 games in a row, don't you feel very happy? Xu Jing leaned under the shade of a small tree and looked at Riolu next to him. Since the bullet punch skill card allowed Riolu to accelerate control of bullet punch, the relationship between Riolu and Xu Jing has quickly become closer. Kia Wu. Riolu narrowed his eyes in response to Xu Jing and punched twice in the open space to show that he could fight again. This little guy is a complete militant. Get high morale. At this time, there was a fishing trainer in the distance who was a little excited. Holy crap. Corsola, I caught Corsola. Crash. Then the student pulled the fishing rod hard. The water surface of the lake broke open, causing the sound of rushing water. A pink and white Pokémon was pulled ashore. Bad. This pink and white Pokémon looks like coral on the seabed, brightly colored and very beautiful. It's none other than Corsola, the water-type Pokémon. Relatively rare. Bro, you're so awesome. Try quickly to see if you can fool me. Oh no, quickly try to see if you can touch and subdue him and take him away. I'll go. My favorite Corsola, so cute and beautiful. I'm so jealous. The movement here aroused the thoughts of other students. Everyone looked over. The student who fished Corsola was named Yang Chao. Yang Chao and Xu Jing are in the same school. But Xu Jing is in Pokémon Class 1, and Yang Chao is in Pokémon Class 2. Yang Chao's family conditions are not bad. Even if he fails to capture the Earl Dervish Pokémon in the Earl Dervish Forest this time, his family will arrange a good Pokémon for him as a partner. However, Yang Chao never expected that he could catch Corsola. This thing is very difficult to catch. Not many classmates have succeeded in taming it now. As long as I tamed this Corsola, I will definitely be the most handsome one in the school. Yang Chao looked at Corsola excitedly. Try to keep your tone as soft as possible. Thinking of the method of contact with Pokémon taught by teacher. Yang Chao squatted down quickly. I still feel uncomfortable after squatting down. Because Corsola is shorter. He gritted his teeth and simply lay on the ground. This way Corsola can be eye level with him. Huh. Corsola stared at Yang Chao in confusion. Why is this human behaving so strangely? Why is he always holding my headband? Corsola has some branch-like coral limbs on its back, which are part of Corsola. And on one of the limbs. Wearing a drab headband. This is what Corsola stole from a Machop in a sneak attack. It looks pretty good, and wearing it seems to give me some strength. At this time, Yang Chao spoke. Well, Corsola, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. The excited Yang Chao didn't know what he should say for a moment, but a classmate next to him who had already conquered the Earl Dervish Pokémon and had some experience reminded him, and he remembered that he had to get the Pokémon. Food goes to captivate. He took out Pokémon food and placed it in front of Corsola. Let Corsola taste it. A mischievous smile appeared on Corsola's lips. I ate it without any hesitation. If it eats it, there may be some drama. The classmates next to me were a little envious when they saw this. Seeing Corsola eating happily, Yang Chao quickly took out a primary energy cube from his backpack and threw it to Corsola from a certain distance. Corsola is welcoming and welcomes all comers. He opened his mouth and ate this elementary energy cube. Yang Chao, hurry up, invite it. Some classmates were more anxious than Yang Chao himself. Humph, why are you so anxious? It's not you who caught Corsola. I'm the one who wants to subdue it, okay. Yang Chao snorted coldly, and the classmate was stunned. A hint of irritation appeared on his face. Yang Chao ignored that person. Corsola issued its own invitation. Corsola, eating these things will be good for your breeder, but if you want to eat more, you have to come with me. As long as you follow me and become my Pokémon partner, you will have enough of these things from now on. With that said, Yang Chao pressed the button to enlarge the Pokeball to the size of his fist and looked at Corsola expectantly. Ouch! Unexpectedly, Corsola immediately turned his head, pointed his butt at Yang Chao's head, and twisted it as if to express his dissatisfaction. Ah! Yang Chao was dumbfounded. The students watching the fun immediately burst into laughter, making Yang Chao feel as if he had been tricked by this Corsola. He was immediately embarrassed where he was, and he could dig out 3 rooms and 1 living room with his toes. Breaking mud. Corsola also wanted to trick Yang Chao into getting some food, but when she saw that Yang Chao was just lying on the spot without moving, she was not ready to stay any longer. This Corsola really doesn't want to be subdued by me and eats it, huh? Wait. Angry Yang Chao's eyes suddenly stopped at the headband on Corsola's back. Drab headband. Could it be? Muscle band that can increase the power of Pokemon. Muscle band is a secret treasure. Whatever it is, this Corsola has already rejected me, so it doesn't matter if I snatch this headband away. If it's true, this is a muscle band worth millions. Yang Chao's mind suddenly changed. Seeing that Corsola was about to leave, Yang Chao climbed up from the ground and headed towards Corsola lunge. The students who were watching suddenly screamed. What does this person want to do? Are you preparing to go into battle against Corsola? However, Yang Chao, an ordinary human, could not react as quickly as a Pokemon. Even if it's just a baby Corsola. The reaction ability is not comparable to that of Yang Chao, a senior high school graduate. As soon as Yang Chao rushed towards Corsola, he was noticed by the opponent. He turned around and used the horns on his forehead to directly hit Yang Chao with a tackle. It was then that the people around realized something was wrong. Yang Chao's goal does not seem to be Corsola. But the strap on Corsola's back. It was far away just now, so no one could see clearly for a while. The more daring students took a closer look. He couldn't help but exclaimed. It looks like muscle band. The secret treasure muscle band. What is a secret treasure? Even in a real Pokemon secret realm, it's still a treasure. One stone stirs up 1,000 waves. Thanks for watching, subscribe and support my channel.